Hi girls, welcome back to another episode of Girls Like Me. Today we have Khiefa Gabbidon on the podcast. She is a senior analyst for tech and finance lover. She is the founder of Space for Girls, which is the largest women's community in the West Midlands, built to helping women turn online connection into real life sisterhood, which is actually what happened between us as well, which is really, really weird. But yeah, Kai is the founder of obviously Space for Girls, which she has grown. She's grown a community of over 20,000 followers on every single platform in over a year. She's hosted 100 plus events for women. She's helped create loads of events, meetups. She's had brand partnerships and collaborations, including England's football, Women's Europe, BBC News, BBC West Midlands Radio, Hot Pod Yoga. And she also is a full-time senior analyst on top of everything else. Say hi.
Hi.
Perfect. So thank you for coming on today.
Thank you
I know
for
that we've been
having
trying to organise this for a good few months now. So it's nice to finally get you in the studio. Am I correct in saying that this is one of your first podcasts?
Yeah.
Yay. I'm really glad that this is one of your first podcasts as well. So, Kai, I'm going to quickly... I'm so sorry. I'm going to do it throughout the whole thing.
I should have been correcting you from the first time you said it about like...
Do you know what? And it's the first time as well. Every single voice note, we voice note each other all the time. I'm like, how are you, Ki? And like, you've just let me run with this for like 8 months now. Anywho, how did we meet?
TikTok.
This is my first ever TikTok friend, you know, and I find it so weird because when people say that they become friends with someone through social media or TikTok, I think you're a weirdo. But now it's actually happened. And basically, long story short, I posted a TikTok about heartbreak and it went like viral, basically. I think it got like over 20,000, whatever. And you were one of the people that messaged me from that. And I don't know, we just started to speak from them because I think you've seen other stuff that I did and you was like, actually, you're really cool. And then I seen some stuff that you did and I was like, actually, you're really, really cool.
No, for real. So I was like, this girl's in the same vibe as me. I think I want to be friends with her.
And you know what? The first time that we ever met as well, I've never, like, you must be a pro at, like, building relationships and networking and stuff because the way that this girl, like, we had dinner and she was like, okay, so I've never had anyone ask me as well, like, what did you study at school? Like, I found that really interesting as well. Like, you wanted to get to know me on the deeper levels. But yeah, what was your experience of it like?
No, I loved it.
Did you?
Like, damn, I met the girl and she's amazing. No, it was really fun. And to be honest, I like to put myself out there with like different things. And
yeah.
I mean, if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. But it worked, so
that's good. No, but I feel like as well, even though we haven't seen each other a lot, we've still been supporting each other and messaging each other, good times, bad times, like loads of different times, which has been nice. So talk to me. Obviously, you're a senior analyst. Yeah. How did you get into that?
So at university, I studied financial economics and banking.
Okay.
I went straight into doing my ACA, so I'm a part qualified accountant.
Okay.
Hated it, so I was like, I still love finance and tech, so I went to work for another accounting firm, but in the tech sector. And then I just really loved it and got promoted. And then now I'm a senior analyst and that's what I do by day.
Do you enjoy it as well?
I love it. I literally love my job. I know a lot of people can't say like, oh, I love my job.
Because do you know what? It wasn't adding up to me from the time that I knew she worked full time. So my organisation has got a lot better because I've met you. And I think it's because I was saying this to my mum as well because she was like, oh, who are you getting on the podcast today? And I was like, I was speaking to this about Amara as well because I had to go at her about her homework the other day. And she was, I was saying like, you get up, you literally do your Space for Girls before you start work. You do that and then you do it after work and that is your routine. And I said to my mum, like the first time we ever tried to meet you was like, I can meet you in 3 months. Like your schedule is literally that organised. Now, it made me sit there and think, wow, like I need to get my shit together. Like I need to really organise myself a lot better. But yeah, so talk to me. Where did you go from finance to Space for Girls? And also what is Space for Girls for those of them that are just tuned in now?
So I'll talk about my journey and then what it is after.
Yeah.
So I work full time in a male-dominated field, so it's predominantly men. And I just had no girls around me. I was like, this is not it. And I went to an all-girls school, so like...
Did you?
Yeah.
Okay,
so women
interesting.
connection's very like important to me, and I didn't have that because all my friends stayed in their university cities.
Okay.
So I was the only one back in Birmingham. I was like, this is so boring. I'm not enjoying life outside of work.
Yeah.
So then I was like, okay, cool. Surely there's other girls that are feeling the exact same as me. So okay, it's an idea, but I just pondered on it for months. I didn't do anything. I just was like, maybe not, maybe not. And then I was like, cool, you know what? I'm just going to put it out there. And I was thinking of a name. I wrote down so many names. I was just like, okay, what's going to work? And I was like, no, a space for girls, because like a space for girls to be who they want to be. But I was like, it's going to be a space or the space. And I think it's just going to be space, like space for girls. And Space for Girls is a community that brings women together from 18 plus. So our age range right now really is about early 20s to like late 50s. So it's really inclusive of everyone that wants to make friends, because it's hard to make friends at any age, to be honest. And like once you leave school or like university, you're not like friends by proximity. It's just harder for people to make friends outside of like work. So creating a third space where people can go to and like make these connections was very important to me.
Yeah. I love that for you though.
Thanks.
And that was something that you obviously said that you struggled with. Do you feel like you found your people through running it?
Yeah, 100%. My whole like friendship group I've made through Space for Girls. Like,
have you?
My best friend that I literally do everything with, met her through Space for Girls.
Did you?
Yeah. And then my other friends we met through Space for Girls. Literally everyone that I kind of have around me, like through Space for Girls, really. Yeah. And so I'm like a living testimony that it actually works.
I love
that. I know
that.
other people have made like friendships like from Space for Girls.
Yeah.
But knowing I have makes me know like, okay, it's actually working.
I think it is something that a lot of women do struggle with though, because I go to stuff alone, but so many of my friends are like, I would never go to anything alone. I'd never want to meet friends. I'd never want to. It is really hard. And I feel like that's something that I've also struggled with as well, especially like when you're on your, let's say, entrepreneurial journey, trying to meet people that align with you is really, really hard. But also at the same time, I didn't have any hobbies or go to anything or do anything. So I feel like something like I wish we had that in Leicester.
Maybe one day.
Maybe one day.
Maybe one day, yeah.
So talk to me about the process of it, because obviously, how long have you been running Space for Girls now?
Over a year now. So it's coming up to 2 years soon, which is crazy.
When is the second birthday?
The 26th of August? No, of April, actually. Yeah,
Is
26th
it?
of April.
That is really soon then.
I know.
Wow.
So I'm trying to think like what we're going to do for the second birthday.
So when you first started doing events, what kind of events were they? Because I know that, I don't know if if you haven't checked out Space for Girls, then this is your chance to go and check out Space for Girls, because they do absolutely everything from like yoga to dance classes to candle making to bracelets flat. Like you've got every single workshop that you can think of. You guys do it.
So it's how it started off. Basically, in my apartment building, there's a floor that you can like rent out.
Okay.
And I was like, well, maybe people will come if I like host a games night or something.
Yeah.
And I didn't know where to host it. So I was like, can I host it here? And they were like, yeah, sure. And I put out 20 tickets and it sold out in like less than an hour.
Really?
And I was like, oh my gosh, people actually like want to come. And at the time, like I just did everything out of pocket. Like it was just like money that I earned from like my actual job.
Yeah.
And I bought all the food, all the games, all the stuff, and like people were actually enjoying themselves and like making connections. Or were like, oh my gosh, I really want this event, I really want that event. I was like, oh, now I actually have to continue it because everyone actually liked it and it worked. Like what I wanted to happen happened.
Mm-hmm.
So from then I created a run club because I was getting into running, but I can't run that well. I'm not a long distance person. I'm a sprinter.
Okay.
So to do long distance, it was hard and it was lonely and it was like kind of unsafe, like doing it as a woman on your own.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, cool guys, I'm gonna start a run club, and if you want to come. And then like loads of girls came, and I was like, oh, you guys really want to run? And then we started running, and we have the run club every Tuesday and Saturday now.
Okay.
And then from there, I just started doing loads of other things, and like people reach out and be like, these ideas, this is what I would like to see, or like brands will reach out, and then from there it kind of like built, and I had to start putting processes in order to see like what will work and what won't work.
Do you know during that time, because obviously you said that initially it was just a games night,
Mm-hmm.
what was the kind of like mindset behind it of actually, no, I'm going to turn this into something bigger? Like, did you ever have that bigger vision for it, or did it kind of just happen?
No, not at all. Like in my head, I was just like, okay, it's gonna be something fun. Like if it happens, it happens.
Yeah.
And to be honest, I didn't even think anyone was gonna come. Like I saw that the tickets were bought, but I just thought everyone's pranking me, and like no one's actually gonna turn up.
Yeah.
But everyone did turn up, and then I was like, okay, there's an actual need for this. Like it's not something that it's a one-off kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And then from there, I did another event the month after. So I started doing one event a month.
Okay.
And then now it's like 3 a week.
Yeah, I know. You've got so many, like, every single week.
Yeah, no, it's like 3 a week. So it just really grew really quickly. I just didn't expect it to grow as fast as it did at all.
Yeah. And I think with the community, how would you say that you've been able to build that in terms of like, is it word of mouth? Do you think it's a lot more from your marketing? Like, how have you been kind of focused on that community element?
It first started off on Instagram. So like loads of people saw us on Instagram or on TikTok.
Yeah.
And I posted about it a lot, and my family did as well. But to be fair, before Space for Girls, I didn't even have an Instagram account.
Really?
Like I don't have a personal one, no. I don't use like social media like that. I kind of like to stay like behind the scenes. And then
So you didn't even have it for yourself?
No, I don't have a personal
You'd never
Instagram.
used it, never been on TikTok, never nothing?
Like I was on TikTok but on private, like just talking to my friends.
Yeah.
That was it. Like I didn't use social media before that.
Yeah.
And then once making it, like people would be like, oh, what's your Instagram? I'm like, I don't have one. They were like, well, you can't be a founder and not have an Instagram.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, okay. So then I made one.
Because you know what, even if you go on your Instagram now, you haven't really got many posts, have you?
No.
You don't really post on like your private, obviously you do on the Space for Girls account.
Yeah, no, I'm really like, this year my goal is to definitely start like building my personal brand.
You should let them see the face behind the brand a little bit more.
Yeah, no, I was literally saying that earlier. I hide away like so much from the brand. Like I don't know why. I think it's just because I wasn't so used to like social media. I was just like, don't know. Now I'm posting here and there, and I'm like, okay, like kind of getting used to it, but it's a bit scary.
The thing is as well, like when you go out and meet all these people, obviously having the confidence to put yourself out there on social media is very different to like in person. Do you find it easier in person?
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I love talking to people in person, like rather than like over social media. So that's the main thing with Space for Girls, is like turning online connections into like offline sisterhood, like actually making the connections worth something rather than keeping it over the phone. And
You know,
not doing anything.
I knew that you didn't really post that much on social media, but I didn't know it was something that you were kind of like shy
It was just
about.
Like, it's not really like. And do you know what it is? I don't really like people watching me.
Do you know what? I'm here for it.
Literally.
I'm actually very here for
I was a big fan. I was like, oh, everyone can see me. But then I was like, actually, everyone can see me, which is a good thing. Like I was seeing it from like a bad perspective, like, oh, everyone can see my posts and everyone can see this, everyone can see that. And my page was on public as well for a while. Only recently I've put it on private. But in getting into New Year, definitely building my personal brand, posting more pictures and stuff, because I've come to see that people actually do like my personal content as well, even though it's just pictures of my face.
No, I think you should. And I feel like as well, talk to me about the process of Space for Girls, because I know you've started to get like brand deals and stuff like that. But when we last had our conversation, I was like, so can you?
Yeah.
Like, so can you?
I know. I think that's the conversation that's literally been playing over in my head.
Yeah.
Like, since the last time we spoke, and you were like, you can literally post and get more brand deals, like for yourself, not even just for the brand. And I was just like, do you know what? It's actually true. My dad was saying the same thing to me. He was like, you need to like really lock in. And I was like, I kind of do. Like,
So do you think as a founder then you've got no choice but to kind of put yourself out there?
Say again, sorry.
As a founder?
Yeah.
Do you feel like you have to really
feel
put
like
yourself out there?
There's been an increase in founder-led brands and community-led brands.
Yeah.
And as a community-led brand, a lot of people look to the founder as like, what's next?
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, since you guys are looking out for me as to what's next, it'll be good for me to have my own page and see, you guys can see the process and the story of like how things are like planning out. So yeah, definitely gonna try that.
Talk to me a little bit then about behind the scenes, because I know like your life is very organised.
Yeah.
Like over the past 2 years. So what has that looked like for you?
I think I've always just been really disciplined though, like throughout my whole life, throughout school and then outside of school.
Yeah.
So I've always had that organisation. So with anything that I was doing, I knew that I'd have to have it set out and follow the plan. My plan was, once I saw it started growing, I said I need to continue growing this and make it a thing, like make it what it needs to be. And that was my motivation to just keep going. So I was like, well, people are now seeing me and watching me. I need to keep going.
Yeah.
And plus, I just love everyone. I literally love everyone that I meet. I love the connections that I'm making, and I want more people to be involved with the connections that I am making. So that's more of my behind the scene process of why and how I do things. But I set things out in my calendar. Everything is like by the hour, really. Like, I'm really strict.
Do you really stick to that then? Like every day? What do you do? Do you time yourself? Like, do you put in tasks? Like, what? Because I actually need some tips from you, because I feel like you're the main person in my life that's organised. Like, when I seen your calendar and I heard that 3 months, I thought, 3 months? Wow.
No.
But that's how I'm trying to be. Like, my family laugh at me now because they're like, when can I take you out? When can I go for you? I'm like, next month, on Friday, next this.
Yeah. No, that's literally me. Like, the other day, I was planning with my friend, like, when am I going to see you next? And I was like, okay, it's looking like it's going to be the 3rd week of Feb.
Yeah.
That's the only time I've got free now. And then it works for her as well. But shout out to How About. I love How About so much. It's the best calendar app ever.
What's it called?
How About.
How About?
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's basically, I organise my whole life on there. So everything I do, so like my working block, which is like when I work from home, and then any events that I have, anytime I'm seeing my friends. And also it's like a connection of all your friends are on there as well. So you can see when your friends are free as well. Easier for you to plan. And basically that's the app I use to like organise my whole life.
Okay, I'm going to go and download that straight away.
Yeah,
so you should even have a brand deal with them.
Honestly, I should.
Like,
I should.
you literally should.
We're going to talk this into existence.
Yeah. We definitely are. You definitely need to, because it really made me kind of structure what I was doing. Because I think at the time, when we first started speaking, I was also doing women's events as well, but they were more just business networking events. And I think a lot of people don't understand how much effort and time goes into the behind the scenes. And what you were saying about people not coming, like, it's so, like, events are so weird as well. Like, I would have 30 people book on, 5 people would show up. I'd have 3 people book on, like 20 something would show. Like, it just, I don't understand the behind. And I think we had that conversation when we first met. But yeah, it is a lot. And to be doing those 3 times a week, like, you've got to be organised. Yeah. I don't know if that's something that I would want to do in the year, but I feel like, I don't know, I might have a Girls Like Me event, for our birthday.
Yeah, you should. When's your birthday?
May.
Okay.
Yeah, so I think I might do a little something.
Yeah, no, that'll be good.
Like a whole day. And then might even do like a live podcast session, like during the event or something.
No,
I think that'd be really cool.
No, that'd be really cute.
Yeah. So I want to get to know you a little bit more in terms of behind the scenes. So obviously we know what you do. We know, like, we can see what you're doing. And obviously you've built a social media following, which is incredible. Like, the amount of I don't know anyone else as well who's grown like 20,000 followers in the space of like a year and something. That's a really, really big achievement. But you behind the scenes, like, how have you been through the process? Like, how have you felt? Like, what have you gone through emotionally, or, It
is, it can be an emotionally taxing.
Yeah.
Because you have everyone else's emotions to worry about alongside your own. Yeah. But I really enjoy it. I literally love everything I do. I love helping people. So I think that's the main thing that keeps me going. Outside of Space for Girls, I mean, the main thing I did mention when I first started it is that I struggled with my mental health quite a bit, and I had nowhere else to go or like anyone to talk to. And there was loads of girls that had the same, and I didn't know that other people even had what I had, or were going through what I was going through, and having that open space to speak about, oh yeah, I'm struggling with this, that and that. And then they'll be like, oh my gosh, me too. Or what have you been doing to help? Or like, let's go do something. So that's been good.
Do you feel comfortable enough to share a little bit about that? You don't have to.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
So when I was like 9, I think, I was diagnosed with generalised anxiety disorder.
Okay.
So basically, it comes in different ways for everyone, but for me, I really struggle about thinking about the future. So I basically live in the future. I don't live in the present.
Okay.
So I'm always thinking about what's next, rather than, oh, I'm in this moment. Let me actually enjoy the moment.
Yeah.
It shows up differently at different stages. I mean, right now I've been okay for the most part when it comes to my anxiety. I've learned how to manage it better. And on top of that, I kind of have quite a few people that rely on me. So I always try to make sure that I'm okay before I put myself out there, because if you're not okay, you can't help others, basically. And a big part of my job is helping others and creating that safe space, which I'm great that I have a safe space in Space for Girls as well, to be open, and if I am struggling with anything, to speak up about it. And speaking up about your mental health is something that I do advocate for. I think people should
100%.
do it. A lot of people like to shy away or hide about it, or like try and make it seem like it's something that you shouldn't speak about. I think you should speak about it because it makes more people feel seen and that they can share their story as well.
Yeah. No, definitely. I 100% agree. And I know that we both have shared certain parts of ourselves online as well. But I think it is a very weird thing, like how you mentioned about social media. With my situation as well, like when I was sharing stuff about my mental health, I thought that it might be other public people, but it was actually like people close to me, like my family and stuff, which I mentioned. So it is very weird, but I think the outcome of that has been, it has helped people. But I think it's more like if I've said something out online, people will message me privately, or if I see them, then they'll like mention it. And I think it is really, really important. So how have you been able to kind of deal with your anxiety in Space for Girls? I know that you mentioned making sure that you're okay, but what does that actually look like?
Taking time out.
Yeah?
Yeah, so...
Do you do that often?
No. This year I definitely will be. Last year I was kind of forced into taking time for myself.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, I don't want to, but I did, and I'm glad that I did because I needed it, really.
Yeah.
I really did need it.
Yeah.
But I do make it like very clear with Space for Girls and the community that I have of how I feel and how I'm feeling and how I'll be showing up, and I just keep an open relationship with everyone. And I think that's what really built the community, is that I didn't keep it as like, I'm the founder, you listen to me. It's like, oh, we're friends. Like I speak to them as if like we are friends, and we have that open communication. And that's what's definitely helped for me to be open and just say like, guys, this month's been a really hard month. There may not be as many events as they usually are, or I may not be hosting them, someone else may be, or anything. I'm able to openly say that, and I love that.
No, I really love that as well. I'm really proud of you this past year as well, like, because I think a lot of people will see you being like successful and putting out social media as well, but I think it is very open to say like, there are times as a business owner or entrepreneur where your life could be falling apart behind the scenes, and it's like you still have to show up, you still have to like go to work, you still have to do all of these things. But I think being open, it just makes people think that you're a bit more human, doesn't it?
Yeah,
like 100%. I feel like we've lost that kind of element on social media a bit, where people are like, really they're not human, you're not a robot. And it's like at the end of the day, you're a person as well.
100%.
How has your time out been?
It's been okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been okay. I definitely need to learn to have more of a work-life balance when it comes to Space for Girls. With my actual job, I have a really good work-life balance.
Yeah.
But with Space for Girls, because when something is yours and it's your baby, you want to pour everything into it.
Yeah.
And any time you have, you want to know, like, how can I better this? How can I do this? How can I do that? And I never, like, ever really rest. I'm always thinking, what's the next thing I could do? How can I better this? How can people have a better experience? And I always ask for feedback. Feedback is something that is very important to me, because I don't know if I'm actually doing what they want. So having feedback, reading over it, and then making changes, it's like a constant cycle. But now I'm trying to slow down and be more intentional with everything that I'm doing, just so that I can continue to show up for them and for myself.
Got a question for you. With your full-time job, have you ever thought about part-time and taking Space for Girls to the net, like, because how are you feel? Because there's only so long before.
I really love my job. I really do. Like, I actually
There's
really
nothing wrong with
enjoy
that
my
though.
job. Yeah.
I really love that you love your job.
Yeah,
Like,
sometimes
because normally
I feel
people are like, I
bad.
hate my job, this, that,
For
and I'm just
reals?
like, I'm team
Yeah.
advocate as well. Like, if you love your job, you love what you do.
For reals, and I really do enjoy my job, and
Yeah.
like I sometimes I even feel bad for saying that because I know so many people don't like their job. It's like I really do like my job,
Yeah.
and I like the company that I work for, and not yet. I'll just say not yet, but it's. I'd say never, basically. Yeah, not yet, but when the time's right, then changes would be.
Are you looking to like grow Space for Girls bigger? Let's say bigger than the West Midlands, or like what? Obviously, you don't have to share all the ins and outs, but is that something that you do want to do?
Definitely. I've seen the impact that the community's had just in the West Midlands and how quickly it's grown just in the West Midlands. I'd love for women all over to have the same kind of connections and impact. So
Yeah.
definitely something I'll be working on in the time to come.
I love that for you. I'm so excited to see this space grow because I remember following you as well, and you had like a few thousand at the time, and then you was like, I've hit 10k, and then from 10k, like I'm sure it was like a big jump,
like,
wasn't it? Like within the
it
space
just
of a few
kept
months.
growing. It is one of them ones that people say like once, even with savings, they're like once you get to like 10k, then it just like keeps going.
Yeah.
And that's literally what kept going. It just kept going, and I think as well, once there's two things to mention. First thing is that with followers, I think a lot of people think that followers amount to
That engagement.
In some cases, yes, definitely. My main thing is just making sure that people are enjoying the events and actually making the connections.
Yeah.
And with that, the followers do grow because everyone's actually enjoying it and then telling more people about it. So then it's less using marketing online. It's more in-person, word of mouth kind of connections. Sorry, it's a little fly.
No, it's all right. I can't
I'm really scared of flies. I'm really scared of flies.
Are you? It's only a tiny one. It's gone now.
I hate them all.
Really?
It made me feel really itchy. Sorry, but yeah, that's another thing. So that they don't amount to engagement, and you could have like 5,000 followers and have an event, and maybe like you want to put like 300 people at the event, only 10 people turn up. People think, oh, just because you have a large following, that means that everything's going perfect.
Yeah.
In some cases, yeah, that is the case. Like, you are doing great, everything's working out. But I don't want people to just think that followers amount to everyone's doing well. Because there's so many brands that have high following that don't have that much engagement or aren't doing as well as it looks like they are. And then the second thing was, once I saw that I hit 10k and I was like, okay, people actually care and want this. I put in so much effort after that. I was like, kept going. I think that's what makes you keep going, because you're like, okay,
So were you posting like every single day on the run up to the 10k?
Yeah, I've basically been posting every single day since the first day I made Space for Girls.
Really?
Yeah.
I love that.
Even twice a day sometimes.
I love that.
Only November onwards,
Okay.
I took a break and I didn't post.
And you do all the social media?
Yeah, I do everything.
Love that.
Yeah, everything Space for Girls is me.
That flies back.
I know.
Okay. I didn't know that you did the social media. I thought that someone else helped you out.
No, it's all me. Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah, I do want to build a team in this year and delegate a bit more, because as it grows, there's more to do, and I'm only one.
Someone needs to kill it.
I'm only one person, so I definitely need to delegate more and share tasks and let people flourish, because there are a lot of people that do message and they're like, I really want to help, and I do need the help, so I should take the help.
So what would you recommend then? So for anyone that's watching this that wants to build a community and you want to build that social media presence within, let's say, the year that you've obviously done that, what would you say is obviously being consistent? That's the number one thing. But what other tips would you give?
In terms of building community, because I've seen there's been a crazy increase in communities coming out and third spaces, which is amazing, because it's turning a lot of people off their phones and in person and making connections like that. But it'll only really grow if you be you. You can't try and copy or try and recreate something. You actually have to show it yourself, and that's what attracts people. And I think that's what kind of helped with me, because I was just being me, and then people liked me for me, and that's why they kept coming back. And then they, as well, you attract the same kind of people with the same kind of energy and vibe.
Yeah.
So really just being yourself authentically. Consistency is always going to be number one for me. Like, without being consistent, you won't really get the results that you want. Sorry. And what else would I say? I think a lot of people give up too early. A lot of people give up too early. Some of these brands that we see that are like really big known brands, they were like small nothing brands for like 15 years, 20 years. And then it just happened. And like, I don't know if you send that TikTok of that like 1, 2, 3 release that girl at the funeral, and she sings a song. She wrote that song like 7 years ago, and it's only going popular now.
Really?
She's getting all the brand deals.
That happens with a lot of songs though, doesn't it, on TikTok and stuff?
I'm like, sometimes your time isn't right now. You just need to keep going. Sometimes your time is right now, and it'll blow up now, and then it'll die down, and then it'll come back up. But you have to keep going. You can't just stop because you're not seeing the results that you expect to see. I think a lot of people think that it's like you grow quick, or if you don't get the followers or if you don't get the engagement straight away, then there's no point, when that's not the case.
I definitely think that that's the hardest bit, like when you're not seeing results or there's no progress, that people do give up. And I think it was something for me as well, where I was like, I can't be asked anymore, but having to keep going is definitely like the mindset that you've got to build, I think, to be able to do that. But I think also for me, I don't know how you feel, but for me, I feel like showing up authentically as yourself is sometimes hard as well, because it's like, if you're feeling shit or if you're having a bad day, I don't want to go and put that energy out to everyone else as well. So it's kind of like a fine line of struggling nicely, but I don't know. Do you get what I'm trying to say?
I definitely get you. At first, when I first started SFG, I wouldn't want to tell anyone like, oh, like, I'm not doing so great today.
Yeah.
But then I was like, not everyone's doing great, and not everyone's having a bad day. So I was like, where's the balance? Like, I don't want to put bad energy out, or then I don't want to be too happy. I don't want to, there's a lot of thinking like, oh, what am I going to do? And then I was like, I actually just have to be me. And they have to just like take how I am as I am on the day. So then I had a stage where I kind of separated me from the brand.
Yeah.
So I didn't want any of my kind of emotions to intertwine with the brand, or anyone to like feeling type of way of if I'm feeling down or whatever it may be. But then I realised, wait, I'm losing that human connection, because it's just like a brand and people, when really it's a community, and they are open with me and they speak about how they're feeling. So I was like, well, I kind of need to do the same. So now I'm kind of, sometimes I'm putting more out there like, oh, like, I'm doing this today, what are you guys doing? And I get loads of people responding like, oh, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. Sometimes people just need someone to speak to.
Yeah.
And I just realised being me is what makes the community grow.
If you were to start from scratch, like tomorrow, is there anything that you'd do differently, or anything that you think, this is how I'll do it? Now that you've been through it for the past like nearly 2 years.
Maybe build on TikTok at the same time. So like reuse content. I was someone I never reused content. I just thought, okay, if I'm making this for Instagram, it's for Instagram. But I mean, I can use that on TikTok too. I would definitely do that, just to like build a community on there as well. But really, I wouldn't change anything. I think the way how we've grown in our story is the way that it is, because that's how it should have been. So I wouldn't really change anything, to be honest.
I like that. You'll find that a lot of people do actually say that they wouldn't want to change it, because I feel like during that process, like you've grown,
you learn,
you've
so
developed,
much.
you learn. So I think it is really, really nice. Do you know, when it comes to yourself now, where you're at, how are you feeling about Space for Girls and like where it is? Like, are you very happy with like the brand that you've built so far? Is there anything that you'd want to like do differently with it, or are you kind of like, because I know that people will completely do like a rebrand or change it, like, are you kind of set focus on like the brand that you've got now?
I had a rebrand like early into creating space for girls. So
Yeah.
like a lot of what the focus was always the same. Like I wanted to build connections, but like the branding or like the little ins and outs, I have changed that. And I feel like with growth, there always will be like some more rebranding. It may
Yeah.
not be like a whole big thing and everyone's like, oh my gosh, I'm changing, I'm having a rebrand. I feel like as you grow, you're rebranding because you refine like what you're doing. How I feel about Space for Girls, I'm proud of it. I'm proud of the community
Love
that I've
that.
created. Proud of everyone that's in the community of even making the step of joining, because it is something that is so scary, like putting yourself out there.
Yeah.
And for the events as well, I did stats last week, and like 94% of the girls that attend come alone. So I'm like, that's a lot of girls that are just
It is a
coming
lot.
on their
Yeah.
own and just meeting people for the first time. So yeah, I'm extremely proud of them for even doing that and like making that decision to change their life or to change whatever they're doing, to make connections. But overall, I'm feeling good. I just want to continue to grow. We've got some fun things lined up in the future. God's willing, everything works out the way that I intend it to. But yeah, my main goal will always be growing and making more connections.
You know, personally, you behind the brand, how would you say that you're growing, or what are you doing like for yourself now?
Yeah.
That's not like work space for girls, because I feel like for me, getting to know you, it's like you love space for girls, but it's also like work as well, having to do all the background stuff. So
Yeah.
like you yourself, like what are you doing to kind of grow, or where do you want to like envision yourself as like your future you?
What I do to grow. Okay, I think it's very important to like invest in yourself.
Yeah.
Now and every day. When I go to the gym, I love the gym.
Okay.
And the gym's great. And I also go therapy. Do that weekly. Been doing that for over a year now.
Yeah.
It's just time out for you to just be yourself and breathe without any biases of like friends. And I'm very intentional with the time that I spend with my friends as well. Spending time with my friends and family is very important to me. It allows me to like switch off and just be Khiefa, not be Khiefa founder Space for Girls or Khiefa Senior Analyst, just Khiefa Gabbidon. That's it. So that's what I've been doing. But in terms of improving who I am, I do a lot of like courses and stuff.
Do you?
Yeah, I don't know where I get the time though. I don't know where I get the time. But
What kind of courses?
well, right now with my actual full-time job, I'm going more into AI and automation. So,
I don't know how you have the time.
so
What time do you stop working? Like, what time do you put your laptop down and say, like, this is the evening now?
at 5:15 when work finishes.
No, but I thought you do stuff afterwards, or that's it.
Like my actual job
Like
or
work,
like
both.
Space for Girls.
Yeah, like your working day stops.
It changes. It depends on the day. Like every single day is different. So like Monday I do my job and then like I'll do Space for Girls and I do my job. Then I will do Space for Girls. Then I'll go to the gym. And then after gym I'll read or I'll chill for a little bit.
Yeah.
And I always have to do something to keep my brain going. So like sorry. I play Sudoku a lot.
Okay.
And any like brain kind of game, I have to keep my brain going. I'm not really someone that likes to fully switch off and relax like that. But this year I definitely will. And I get Thai massages very regularly.
Do
like every
you?
month. I love a Thai massage.
I need to get that. Well, I don't know why.
It's so good. It's so good. It allows you to actually switch off and you can't go on your phone.
Okay.
So, and I think that's very important. And that's another thing actually with Space for Girls. It's the one time really that people don't go on their phones. Like you're just there and present. You'll not catch anyone on their phone at all. And it's not even like a rule. Like I'm like no phones allowed. It's just that because you're so
People
like,
are enjoying it that much that they actually
so,
don't
like,
want to
engrossed
be.
in the moment that they
That's
don't
really
even
nice.
check their phones. And like to be honest, I don't really check my phone either. I just keep a timer on for when it's time to end, and then that's it. So yeah, I'm trying to do different things to grow outside of Space for Girls, and I also want to do.
Here she goes. Love this.
No, I also want to do a public speaking course. To be honest, I do like public speaking, but I feel like I use a lot of filler words and I really need to.
Me too. It's something that I do on the podcast as well. This year I'm trying to get rid of
Yeah.
is such a and I feel like people don't understand because like my mum, she'll be like, stop saying or like I talk with my hands as well. Like I'm I do this all the time. Like I talk with my hands and it's like, I did a public speaking course because believe it or not, I could never speak on camera before. And I've volunteered to like speak on stage a few times and my whole body was shaking.
Oh my gosh.
And I'm a, you know that film Wild Child when she's like sweaty. That's me. I get sweaty upper lip. I get sweaty feet. I get sweaty hands. Like I always have since I was a kid. So I don't sweat anymore. I've controlled that. I think it's really interesting though, like public speaking, like how they section it. Like you're meant to have what you do on an intro and what you do. And now that I go to stuff or when I see people, I'm like, oh, I'm clocking what they're doing and stuff like that. But I think that is,
public speaking was not
If you go to one, let me know because I'll come with you.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. I'll have a look and then we'll get that sorted.
I think people really underestimate how hard it is to like... One thing that I want to start doing as well is going live. I know everyone keeps saying you need to go live.
On TikTok.
Yeah, on TikTok or just somewhere.
Go live. I'll join.
I've been on someone else's live once.
Yeah.
I've never been on live before that. Like never.
The
thought of it just scares me. Like, what am I doing? Like, I can talk.
Yeah.
And I'm a talker in general, but what are you watching me do?
Yeah,
I don't
literally.
know.
Hey guys. Hey.
Like, what do you say after that? And I seen this video on TikTok earlier of this girl, and she was like, when I start doing my makeup and stuff, like I'm like, hi guys. And she's like, I don't even have a YouTube channel. I'm like, I have a YouTube channel, but I still do that. Hi guys. And I'm just like, maybe I should do that on TikTok. I don't know.
Yeah, you should. I think public speaking, putting yourself out there, it's, to be honest, with Space for Girls, I was kind of like forced into it because I was like, wait, I actually have to host these events.
Because obviously you've been on like BBC News and stuff. Like, what was that like?
It was stressful.
Was it?
I was stressed out. I've had to take my dad with me, like basically every single time. So I'm like, oh my gosh, Dad, I'm really scared. I'm really anxious. So then he'll come and be like, you're talking about yourself. Like no one knows you
better than you. Yeah.
You. And I was like, actually, that's true. So it wasn't that bad, to be honest. After doing my first one, I think I did my first one maybe 2 months after Space for Girls started.
Yep.
And that one I was really scared for. And then the other ones I've done like over the phone as well.
Yep.
I don't enjoy those ones because it's really like there's lagging.
It's weird, isn't it?
Yeah,
like people are like,
oh
just do a podcast online or on Zoom. And I'm like,
everyone
no.
can hear me. Like I didn't realise that everyone, like I knew everyone could hear me, like because it's live. But then when I get people messaging me like, I heard you on the news, I heard you on that, and I'm like, oh my gosh, you actually heard me. Like, I didn't actually think it was for reals. But I think with time you kind of get used to it. I've kind of got used to how to do the ones over the radio, and now I've done my first podcast.
Love this.
Yeah, it's what you make it basically. And there's a saying that me and my friends were saying, like, we are the main character in our lives, and I was like, it's so true. Like, why would someone else be the main character in my life? So I'm the main character in my life, so I have to enjoy it and do things that a main character in a show would do. So.
You know, since you've started, favourite experiences, what have they been?
Oh my gosh, I had so many. Oh my gosh, I went on a night out. I don't even go on nights out a lot.
I was about to say.
Yeah, exactly.
Since when do you go out on nights out?
Exactly. I went out because I got invited to this event, and I met this girl, and like we were having like so much fun and stuff. And she was like, "Oh, I'm new to the city," and I was like, "Really?" And then she's like, "Yeah," and I was like, "Okay, this is my chance to tell her about Space for Girls." And I was like, "Oh, like there's this thing called Space for Girls." She was like, "Yeah, follow it. I've been going." I was like, "What?" And she's like, "Yeah, I have it right here." I was like, "Oh my gosh, I'm the founder." And she was like, "No way."
Oh.
And I was like, "Yes way, girl. Yes way."
That's me. That's all me.
Yeah, and literally, like, she's been to so many events as well.
That's really cute.
Following that. And I was like, I can't believe that it's actually something that people know. Like, it's not just me talking about it with my friends and family.
Do you not find that weird? Because I've only just started to have those experiences now. And I went into like Boots and Tesco and Tamatango, and people are like, "Oh my God, I've seen you on TikTok. Like, you've got a product." And I'm just like, yeah. And I'm really awkward as well in person.
Like, what am I going to say?
So I'm just like, I'm looking at this person. Like when I went into Boots as well, had a lot of spots on my face because I went through a phase where I get allergic reactions. So I had an allergic reaction, had spots on my face, and I went to go and get some skincare. I was like, excuse me, have you got this? Before she even told me, she was like, I've seen you on my foot. I was thinking, why am I being seen today?
Well,
yeah.
Isn't it? No, I think that's one thing as well that I've not kind of got used to is that I actually, do you know that meme when it's like, oh, I can't even go Tesco's anymore? I can go Tesco's, guys. But, but like, when I go out into town as well, like I can't even like go looking like rough or anything. I was like, oh my gosh, I actually have to put myself together because there's people that actually recognise me. And I do love it. Like when people are like, oh my gosh, like
that's me.
And I'm
that's
like,
me.
oh my gosh, you know me? Yeah. No, I do love that. I do love it. And I think my other favourite is I had, when was this? It wasn't when Space Girls was one. I think it was like our summer social, and there was like over 100 girls there. And I was like, oh my gosh, you all really turned up to do this. And this was amazing. It was such a good day. I loved it so much. And I was like, this is amazing. And I love helping people and bringing people together and seeing it, like standing outside and just watching it and seeing people connect. I was like, wow, like I'm actually doing something great. I'm actually helping people.
Do you know what? I love what you do as well, because there's a difference between making money and making a difference. And I feel like when you do make a difference and you see that, like the feeling that you must get knowing that you are helping so many women who have gone through what you're going through, like loneliness or that have struggled with mental health and stuff, and being able to have that community, like it's a really, really beautiful thing.
It is. I love it. I never ever, like I didn't make this as a business idea, like I'm going to go do this so I can make money. It was like, I want to do this because I need it. And I don't know if anyone else needs it.
Yeah.
And yeah, to see what's come of it, it's been amazing. And even the Women's Euros, working with them, doing campaigns. And I'm like, oh my gosh, like these people really know my brand and want to work with me and build connections and show what sisterhood is actually like. It's a nice feeling, definitely.
I think it's really cute. Any last tips for the girls in terms of either personal tips for yourself and keeping yourself well as a founder, building a community?
Oh my gosh, I feel like I have too many.
Give them to us all. Like the girls want to know. The girls want to hear.
The first one is always being true to yourself.
Yeah.
And as well, don't run yourself dry. I've done that a few times and it doesn't do anything great for you.
Yeah.
So always give yourself a break or time out and keep going. I think that's my main thing. Is like keep going. Even if you don't see the results that you want, it'll come if you keep going.
Yeah.
And you never know. It might take a month, it might take 5 months, it might take 5 years.
Yeah.
But you'll never know if you stop. So yeah, keep going.
Perfect. I think that's a really, really nice place to end the podcast today. If you have enjoyed this podcast, girls, please do like, comment and subscribe, share, follow on whatever platform it is. It really does help us. We are trying to get a lot bigger guests and really build that community this year. So I'd be really, really grateful if you have enjoyed it. Thank you so much for coming on the podcast. It's been a pleasure to finally have you. And I will see you on the next episode, guys. Bye.